Did you know that, at its strongest time, this empire ruled nearly 50 million people, about 44% of the world's population back then? This huge number made it the empire with the largest population share in human history. Not only famous for its land stretching from India to Greece, this empire also built the first postal system in the world, an effective communication network that helped keep power and stability across its large lands. This is the Persian Empire. What made the Persian Empire different was its policy of religious tolerance and respect for local cultures. In a world full of conflicts, they chose to keep diversity and protect the customs of the people under the Persian flag. The story of the Persian Empire begins on the Iranian plateau, a land that is now in southern Iran. Here, among the tall Zagros mountains and dry plains, lived a small tribe called the Persians. They were a branch of the ancient Iranian tribes. At that time, the Persians were ruled by the Median Kingdom, a strong power that controlled northwest Iran, eastern Turkey, and much of the Caucasus region. In 550 BC, a great leader appeared, Cyrus, also known as Cyrus the Great. He led a rebellion against the Medes, defeated King Astyages, and united the Iranian tribes under the Persian flag. From his new capital city Pasargadae, now in Fars province, Iran, Cyrus began to draw the map of the empire. After Media, Cyrus set his next target on the Kingdom of Lydia, located in western Anatolia, which is modern-day western Turkey. Lydia, under King Croesus, was famous for its wealth from the gold of the Pactolus River. However, Lydia's army was quickly defeated, and its capital Sardis fell in 547 BC, bringing all of Anatolia under Persian control. Cyrus did not stop. He continued to expand southward, moving into Mesopotamia, home of the powerful Babylonian kingdom. In 539 BC, Babylon fell without a fierce battle. The city of Babylon was in what is now central Iraq, by the Euphrates River. After taking the city, Cyrus allowed the exiled Jewish people to return to Jerusalem, showing his policy of tolerance and respect for local religions and cultures. After Cyrus died, the throne passed to Darius, the next great king who took the empire to a new height. Darius divided the large territory into 23 satrapies, or provinces. These stretched from the Indus Valley, now in Pakistan, through Iran, Iraq, Syria, Turkey, to Egypt and areas by the Mediterranean Sea. Under Darius, the famous Royal Road was built. This road was over 2,700 kilometers long, connecting the city of Susa, now in Khuzestan province, Iran, to Sardis, in western Turkey. Along the road, there were rest stations where messengers could change horses, and messages could travel in just a few days, an amazing achievement in ancient times. Darius also expanded to the south, conquering Egypt in 525 BC. He controlled the fertile Nile River Valley, modern-day Egypt, and expanded to the east, reaching the Indus River, which is now the Punjab region of Pakistan and northwest India. However, the west was always an attractive and challenging land. Darius, and later his son Xerxes, kept launching campaigns against the Greek city-states. Battles like Marathon, 490 BC, Thermopylae, 480 BC, and Salamis were not only military conflicts but also cultural exchanges between East and West. Although they could not conquer all of Greece, these campaigns helped expand the influence of the Persian Empire across Asia Minor and the Balkans, and confirmed its position as the #1 superpower at that time. When the Persian Empire expanded to faraway lands, from the fertile plains of Mesopotamia to the hot deserts of Egypt, agriculture became very important to keep power and feed tens of millions of people. Across the lands they ruled, the ancient Persians developed advanced irrigation systems, using canals to bring water from big rivers like the Tigris, Euphrates, Nile, and Indus. Especially, they built a canal system, an underground channel system that brought water from underground sources in high areas to dry plains. This technique is still used today in Iran and Central Asia. Thanks to it, fields of wheat, barley, and orchards with fruits like grapes, pomegranates, and dates grew green even in harsh climates. The rich agricultural production not only fed the people of the empire, but also supported trade, the army, and the royal court. Along with agriculture, industry during the Achaemenid period was also highly developed. The empire owned valuable metal mines scattered in Anatolia, modern-day Turkey, the Caucasus region, and Iran. The Persians knew how to mine gold, silver, copper, tin, and iron, creating fine products like weapons, jewelry, and everyday tools. Handicrafts also grew strongly, especially carpet weaving. Persian carpets with fine patterns and elegant colors became timeless symbols. Along with that was pottery making, where pottery was decorated with carved designs influenced by many cultures in the empire, from Egypt to Greece and India. Speaking of culture, we must mention the policy of tolerance and cultural harmony used by Persian kings. From Cyrus the Great to Darius, they allowed local people to keep their own religions, customs, and laws. Because of this, the empire became a huge cultural mix, where the Babylonians still celebrated the Akita festival. The Jews were allowed to return to Jerusalem to rebuild their temple, and the Egyptians continued worshipping the god Osiris. In art, the Persians left their mark through great architectural works, with the most famous being Persepolis, the ceremonial capital of the empire, near Shiraz, Iran today. Here, the palaces were built on high stone platforms, with giant columns and detailed stone carvings, showing delegations from many places bringing tribute. This reflected the diversity and power of the Achaemenid Empire. Besides, the Persian Empire also gave many revolutionary inventions to the world. They were the first to create an efficient postal and transportation system, the Royal Road, stretching from Susa to Sardis, allowing messages to travel from east to west in just a few days. In the economy, Darius introduced a common money system, with gold Daric coins and silver Siglos coins. This helped boost trade across the large empire. Laws were also organized to ensure fairness between regions, keeping order in a multi-ethnic empire. Especially, the main religion of the Persians, Zoroastrianism, founded by the prophet Zoroaster, had a deep influence on Persian spiritual life and left a lasting mark on later major religions like Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Through all these achievements, we can say that the Persian Empire was not only a military superpower, but also a cradle of civilization, bringing stability, development, and cultural exchange across many regions for centuries. What helped the Persian Empire keep stability over a land of more than 5.5 million square kilometers, from India in the east to the Mediterranean coast in the west, was its very strict and well-organized government system. Under the rule of Darius, the empire was divided into about 20 large administrative provinces, called satrapies. Each satrapy matched a specific geographic area, such as Babylonia, now Iraq, Egypt, Lydia, Western Turkey, and Bactria, now Afghanistan. Each satrapy was led by a satrap, a governor chosen by the royal family, usually a trusted person or a Persian noble. Although satraps had great power in collecting taxes, organizing armies, and managing laws in their local areas, they were still strictly watched by the central government. To prevent rebellion or corruption, Darius set up a royal monitoring system, known as the King's Eye and Ear. These were loyal secret agents who traveled around the empire and reported directly to the king at Persepolis or Susa. Besides that, the empire also kept a professional tax system. Each satrapy had to pay a fixed tax in gold, silver, goods, or crops. This not only kept the empire's treasury full, but also helped trade grow steadily. In the military, the Persians kept a professional army. The most famous was the Immortals, a group of 10,000 elite soldiers who were always ready to protect the king and stop any rebellion. Also, each satrapy had the duty to provide soldiers when the empire needed to launch military campaigns. Thanks to a fair system of giving local power, but still keeping control in the central government, the Persian Empire created an advanced way of ruling. This became a model for many later empires to follow, including the Roman Empire and Byzantium. When talking about the ancient Persian Empire, we must mention the great kings who built the foundation, expanded, and brought the empire to the height of its power. Cyrus the Great, the founder of the empire, is a symbol of tolerance and excellent leadership. He came from a small Persian tribe on the Iranian plateau, now southern Iran. Cyrus cleverly gathered the tribes and led famous conquests. He took over the kingdom of Media, now northwest Iran, defeated Lydia, now western Turkey, and finally captured Babylon, now Iraq, in 539 BC. Cyrus became famous because after taking Babylon, he did not destroy the city but ordered to free the exiled Jews and let them return to Jerusalem, something few ancient kings ever did. He is also seen as the person who set the foundation for religious tolerance and protection of local cultures in the empire. Following Cyrus, Darius the Great was the third king of the Achaemenid dynasty. He not only kept the large territories, but also expanded the borders to Egypt, now modern Egypt, and the Indus Valley, now northern India and Pakistan. Darius was famous as a master reformer. He reorganized the government, divided the empire into satrapies, built a stable tax system, and completed the Royal Road, a road over 2,500 kilometers long, connecting Sardis, western Turkey, to Susa, western Iran, helping trade and communication flow easily. Under his rule, the Persian economy and culture reached their peak, especially with the construction of Persepolis, the royal capital and symbol of the empire's power and art. Darius's son Xerxes took the throne in 486 BC. He was one of the most famous Persian kings, but also quite controversial. He led the great army in the Greek-Persian Wars, especially in the Battle of Thermopylae and the invasion of Athens. At first, Xerxes won many victories, but the defeat at the naval Battle of Salamis and later at Plataea on land marked a turning point in his plan to expand into Europe. Even so, under his rule, the empire remained rich and continued to be one of the strongest superpowers of the ancient world. The three kings, Cyrus, Darius, and Xerxes, were the ones who created the golden age of the Persian Empire, leaving a deep mark in human history. No empire can last forever, and the ancient Persian Empire was no exception. Beneath its strong and prosperous appearance, signs of weakness slowly appeared. After the reign of Xerxes, the kings who followed lacked the skill and vision of their ancestors. Their constant ambition to expand the empire drained the treasury, while local nobles became more independent, leading to civil wars for power. Although the administrative system was complete, it became too big and heavy to control such a large territory stretching from India to the Mediterranean. The peak of weakness came in 331 BC, when the Persian army led by King Darius III faced the young army of Alexander the Great at the Battle of Gaugamela, now in northern Iraq. Even though the Persian army had more soldiers, they lost to the flexible tactics and strong fighting spirit of the Macedonians. After this defeat, the Achaemenid Empire officially collapsed, marking the end of a dynasty that once controlled nearly half of the world. However, the legacy of the Persian Empire did not disappear. The satrapy system of local government became a model for later empires like Rome and Byzantium. The policy of religious and cultural tolerance started by Cyrus the Great strongly influenced the ruling ideas of many nations, from ancient Greece to later Islamic dynasties. Persian art, especially the fine architecture at Persepolis, continued to inspire many cultures. Zoroastrianism, the main religion of Persia, with its ideas focusing on light, truth, and free will, also left a deep mark and influenced major religions like Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. If you find the story of the mighty Persian Empire and these interesting history lessons helpful, don't forget to hit subscribe to LeosEnglish. Here, you will discover many more ancient civilizations, historical mysteries, and especially practice listening to English through exciting stories. Let's continue the journey to explore the world and improve your English every day.